And it's so hard, yeah, to start from you. Like roses at your feet, trying to set the bar for you. This ain't no push to start.
Hey y'all, welcome to today's episode, Marriage, Life, and Friendship. I'm B, this is CP, and that's Dee Dee. Today's episode will be talking about what makes it work. So like, what makes marriage work? We not professionals, and we ain't no counselors or nothing like that. So
they my counselors. They've been doing this a long time.
But all right, let's get into it. So what's going on? We got Dee Dee here today. She's gonna ask us a few questions because she's curious. We're married. This is my sister, and she is curious about marriage because she doesn't feel like it's what people say it is, or she want to know why is marriage what it is, or something like that.
Along those lines.
Yeah, something like that. So what's up? What you got? What you talking about?
I've known y'all for a long time now. You know you're my sister. Y'all have been married. Y'all are the first couple that I know in my real life that have made it past 4 years, 2 years. Y'all at the 10-year mark. I'm so proud of y'all. I'm very happy. And I really do think that, maybe y'all should mentor maybe younger married people or something like that. But anyway, my first question for y'all today is, do you think that you should be in love with somebody before marrying them?
Oh, that's a really good question. Well, I'm going to say no. When you say in love, you mean like
in love with them.
In love.
Yes.
I don't think that I think it's important that you're in love when you get married, but I don't think it's a requirement. I think that you can marry somebody while you love them. And then the in love will come later, I do believe. What do you think, babe? Do you think you should be in love when you get married, or?
I know that there's a difference between being in love with somebody and loving somebody. You can love the good in the person and the godliness in them and love the way that they do things. But my question is, do you think you can just meet a person and love things about them, but not be in love with them and marry them and it'll work?
Yeah, because sometime over time, it can grow. Because you really, you have like a lot of love for them, it grows. Sometimes it be hard along the way.
Well, I'm just share a little of my personal experience, if I will. I wasn't in love with my husband when I married him. A lot of people probably like, okay, well, why'd you marry him? Well, I loved him. And I knew that I loved him. I just didn't know. I was afraid to be in love with him because of a previous relationship. And so I felt like if I allowed myself to fall in love right away, then that was a window to be hurt. And I know people probably would say, well, why would you marry him? Mm-hmm. But I had so many walls up where I was afraid to fall in love, because when you fall in love, you become blind to things. Your feelings are more easily hurt. I don't know. I feel like when you fall in love, it's like you're stuck. Ain't no way out. But, there is a way. It's just harder than when you love somebody. But I didn't fall in love with him until after we were married.
Okay. That makes sense. Makes sense. Well, the next thing I'd like to know is, how much time do you think you should put into a relationship before expecting marriage?
Oh, I don't know if there is a time limit, because I feel like you can meet someone and know if this is the one. And it also depends on what you were looking for, you and the other person, when y'all met each other. So when y'all met each other, where y'all was just like looking for a friend and a good fun time, or were you actually looking for a husband? And was he looking for a wife? Because if y'all was just looking for fun, it's going to take a while because y'all might even have to get in the mindset of, okay, I'm ready to be a husband, or okay, I'm ready to be a wife.
So what about when you're in a relationship and you invest 5 and 6 years into this relationship and y'all are dating, everything's cool, y'all have y'all hiccups in the road, but marriage is not a topic or a conversation?
I think 5 years is a long time. I'm not going to invest 5 years in somebody or even just my time, and we are not moving forward with this. Like, what are we doing? Especially when you're in an older crowd, like an older group. So like we past being children. Mm-hmm. So why are we playing? What is your goal for relationships? I know what my goal is. Like, where are we headed with this? And I feel like it's very important when you start talking to somebody to know in the very beginning.
Saying, yeah, that's why it's good to know in the beginning what you want. You don't gotta get to them problems when you get there. So you both want the same thing.
Yes.
You ain't gotta worry about people trying to put a wool over your eyes, act like they want it because at the moment they want you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, like, if you start off getting an understanding, like, okay, so what are we doing here? What do you want? Are you looking for a friend? Are you looking for a sex partner? Are you looking for a late night booty call? Or are you looking just for a friend? Or are you just you just having fun? Like,
so basically, from the gate, you should establish what it is that you're looking for.
Yes.
Gotcha. Is it true that the first 4 years of marriage are the hardest, but if you make it through it, you'll be fine? First 4 years. I hear a lot of people say.
I would say.
Hell yeah, yes. Our first 4 years.
Our first 4 years was horrendous. I don't even know if that's the right word to use. But when I say our first 4 years, because you're learning how to love this person, love everything about them, especially if you get married young. If you get married young, like, you are individually finding yourselves as well as collectively finding yourselves. On top of, if any one of y'all got undealt with hurt, if y'all have personal situations and issues that you're dealing with yourself, you not only have to deal with what's going on in the relationship, but you have to individually deal with yourself. And then your partner has to deal with your individual problem as well. So I most definitely 100% agree, because when you meet somebody, you don't know everything about them. You don't know their issues.
You gotta be mature enough for love too, because it'd be a lot you gotta go through, and you just can't be able to shit. Fuck, I'm walking out the door today because they got my motherfucking nerves. Like,
yeah, I mean, like,
go in the room. She's like, man, I ain't talking to her.
We not gonna say like it wasn't days where we wanted to walk out the door, or days where, I mean, it was days where I drove and just sat in a parking lot for hours and hours and hours because I was agitated, and plus dealing with my own personal issues. Like, I had a lot of issues, like just I almost called the N-word. I don't know if I'm not allowed to say that, but this man right here, when I say I don't know why he's here, I mean, I know, but like, I don't know. I'd left me. I'd left me. That's all I'm gonna say.
Time ago.
Long time ago. I left me.
Okay. Do y'all think that people value marriage anymore?
I don't.
Is it very valued?
No, people don't. You see too much go on in the world. It's like, damn.
That's what I was going to say. Do you think they don't value it because of all of the stuff that's going on in the world, or because marriage is just not where it's at? Like, you know, you can date somebody just as many years as you can be married to them. So,
and for real, it's just so much, like, you know, social media be hard for the dudes and girls because so much temptation. It'd be hard for them not to.
That's true. I agree. And also, I feel like nowadays, the generation that we live in, marriage has become a trend instead of a sacred thing. Mm-hmm. So people want to get married because they want to post it on their Instagram. They want to post it on their Facebook. They want to be able to say, he mine, I got him. He leaving your house. I hear myself doing that deep breathing thing. You hear me, don't you? Do you hear me? No. They want to be able to say, I'm married, but they don't know everything that comes with it. And they basically, if they feel like, I guess, if they got the ring, then they winning. But you're not really winning just because you have a ring. Sure. So, no, I don't think it's valued. I think I've met I know I'm just a talkative person out here. I met a few people out in the world, and I had men to approach me and try and talk to me. And I'd be like, I'm married. And they'd be like, okay, that's even better because I'm married too. What does that mean? Like,
Right.
He's like, okay, because that means you won't tell, I won't tell. Lie?
No value.
No. Why are you married? Be single.
Right.
And run around and not tell. Don't not tell married. Like, I don't know. I don't think marriage is valued at all.
Okay. So, y'all, what is y'all definition of love?
That was loud.
What is love?
Look, love.
It's how you could be the. It's my bad. It's how you. It sounds like she'd be the great, apple, the big ass apple, one bite, like a sound effect on a cartoon.
Okay, see.
Okay. What's love, baby? I'm gonna be quiet for a little bit. Ain't gonna be too quiet because I don't know. My fear was I wasn't gonna be get on here and have enough to say, but I got a lot to say, baby. What? Oh yeah. My fear was I wasn't gonna get on here and I felt like I wasn't gonna have a lot to say, but
You ain't stopped talking yet. You got it though, cause you got it. Cause you know me, I got look. I throw something in there, but you say, "Oh yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to talk before we start shooting." She ain't shut up. Like damn.
I'm scared I wasn't gonna be able to find the right words to
I
say
feel like
something.
I'm
It
in
was gonna just be
class.
like silent.
I'm gonna raise my hand.
In a minute. It's almost my time.
Damn, not yet. Okay.
So, like, baby, what is love to you?
Love to me is like to me. I like the little things, like when I'm about to leave or something. Like you got to like certain stuff where like you write little notes in there when I'm going to work, stuff like that. I have like my sandwich.
So it's action.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, like have stuff made this certain way I wanted, like,
So if your wife woke up every day and told you, babe, I love you, but didn't put any action behind it, would you feel loved?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm probably not. I would feel, I ain't gonna say that. I would, but it'd be like, this is what I'm used to, so I don't know.
Okay. I think love is, I'm gonna have to refer to the Bible here. I think love is patient. Love is kind. Love is forgiving. And the reason why I say those things is because when you love somebody, they could be screwed up, but you got to be patient and wait for them to fix their screw ups. You have to be kind because who wants to be like, if you wake up every morning, if you're married to somebody and you wake up every morning and you try and say normal, sweet, nice things to somebody and every other word that come out of their mouth is mean, rude, or aggressive, like, you're not going to feel loved. Mm-hmm. You're not going to feel like you should even have a conversation with this person anymore. Right. So you have to be kind, even when you don't feel like being kind. There's days that I don't feel like being kind. And is that me knocking something around and down? Oh.
It was just shaking.
I feel like, I don't know, kind is important to me because I'm a person that go off of feelings. I know you should not move off of feelings, but I move off of feelings. But there is days I don't feel like being kind to my husband. But I do it anyway because, like, he ain't did nothing to me, so what am I being mean for? And, sometimes we deal with our own battles in our own heads and then somebody say something to us, your husband or your wife, and now you popping off at them. And it ain't even nothing that they did. It's just what's going on in your own mind. And now they like, man, what I do? You know what I'm saying? Right. So that they ain't gonna even be kind to you no more. Okay. And forgiving. When you married, you're gonna go through a lot of ups and downs, twists and turns. Y'all both gonna do stupid things, and you can't hold a grudge, because if you hold a grudge, you're never gonna get a chance to move past those things. You have to be forgiving, and forgiving is you don't bring that stuff back up. Like, once it happened, you dealt with it, it's gone now. If you don't deal with it, you ain't gonna forgive, and it is gonna come back up. But you have to forgive and move past that so that y'all can move forward.
Okay, I understand that. So, do y'all think marriage is a waste of time? I'm not married. So I'm trying to find out, I know all the ups and downs, the bumps in the road, the first 4 years. Do you think it's worth it? Well, of course it's worth it for y'all. Y'all been married 10 years. But giving me advice, and I say, this is what I want to go and do you think it's worth it?
Yeah, it is. It's worth it to me.
I think it's worth it. The reason I think it's worth it is because even in the process, let's think about it. Being married, all of the ups and downs, the bumps, the fighting, sometimes even cheating. You're gonna go through it, whether you're married or you're in a relationship. So why not do it with somebody for the rest of your life? Y'all learn from it, move forward, and not only are you married, but you're gaining a friendship, a forever partner.
Feel good to grow something with somebody.
Y'all growing, and y'all, it's amazing when you look back and see who y'all used to be, and then see who y'all become, even as a unit together. And so I feel like it's your own person. Everybody deserves their own person, and no person is going to be perfect, but you have to decide. Each individual person has to decide, what are you willing to deal with? Because it's always going to be an 80. No, we 100, but I'm just saying, like, it's always going to be an 80. You know how
80-20.
people say the 80-20 rule.
Mm-hmm.
A relationship is always going to lack something. But the question is, what are you willing for it to lack? Are you willing for it to lack time? Sex. I don't even know the word. Like, friendship, like, it's going to lack something. No marriage is going, or even relationship is going to be perfect. But, like, if God see you trying to do the right thing and getting married and becoming one with this person, and y'all actually trying to make it work, I feel like he'll bless the unit as long as you put, him at the top.
Okay. Chris, I'm glad you spoke on growth. My next question was, people are always changing and growing. How do you and your husband stay on the same page, stay in love, and always respect each other and continue to make it work through the growth and changes?
I think when some people be married, like, say if something happened for the husband or something happened for the wife, you gotta be able to be happy for them. Like, especially like somebody might go up before you go up, and like somebody might be in their feelings like, man, dang, I can't see them go up while I'm going up because I feel like something going on. But it's like when you growing together, like, even they do something before you already in love. You gotta understand it. Like, that I'm right here with them anyway. So like, we doing this together anyway. Because I couldn't do none of the stuff I going on without her. Like, she helped me think and come up with all kind of stuff.
So through y'all growth and changes, y'all just basically make each other better. Yeah. So it's easy to accept whatever, all the changes and all the growth. And because I know that being in a relationship, especially for 10 years, people don't remain the same. Nothing remains the same. So once things change, or once, like, I hear a lot of people say, you're not the man that I married, or you're not the woman that I married.
You don't. You're not gonna be. You're gonna. Go ahead, baby, because I could just talk all day. We make things work. Answer that question again. Like, how do we?
It says, the question is, people are always changing and growing. How do you and your husband stay on the same page, stay in love, and always respect each other and continue to make it work through the growth and the changes?
My thing I'm going to say is the main things is honesty and communication. Because if you're always honest, nothing can come out of the woodworks from nobody else. Your husband or your wife always know what's going on no matter what. You know how people in the world be like, oh, don't let your right hand know what your left hand doing left hand. Mm-hmm. I'm telling all of my hand. I'm flipping hand. I'm unfolding and I'm laying it out.
That's right.
Like, a lot of people don't know. It's like, certain people, dudes be scared of like some other woman try to talk to them when they scared. Some like people try to talk to me. I come home like, man, guess what? Somebody try to talk to me today. I'm like,
that's right.
I mean, let her know.
Sharing, yes, y'all share.
We
things.
share.
Awesome.
So when he come home, like, baby, somebody try to talk to me, I be like, who was it, babe? Was she pretty? Where you meet her at? What she say? Would you talk to her if you was single? You got to enjoy. Yes. Like, you can't be so afraid that your significant other is gonna cheat or you're gonna lose them. I mean, because if you love somebody, you love somebody. If somebody could take somebody from you, they wasn't yours in the first place.
Was meant to be.
Yeah, and and people you gonna look at something like it's
Do y'all
Isn't
think
that-
that flirting is okay when you're married?
I'll let you go, Bob.
I do.
I'll let her go.
Do you, baby?
It depends on what kind of flirting.
Yeah,
though.
it's
Like, crap talking, stuff like that. I know my
So
spouse
when you
coming home
say
to
flirting, what do you mean? Like,
I don't know, you might have put, I'm a big flirt. I see people, and I'm not married, but if I was married, I don't think that my personality would change. So when I see people in the street, I'm like, oh my God, you so fine, or, ooh, babe, he big fine. Or, you know what I'm saying, something like that.
we do
Or,
stuff like that even in public with each other. Like, we can be together, and I be like, babe, that man is so handsome. Oh my
but
God, he's
you
so
know how
chocolate.
sometimes you go somewhere and you see somebody and they see you and it's like,
and I tell
y'all
men,
eyes
like,
are drawn
you
together.
look
and-
amazing, or you
Yes,
look real
yes,
nice,
that's
or
what I
you know,
mean.
stuff like that. I do that, and then I come home like, boy, babe, I saw this. Oh my God, I saw this
I
man.
don't be really caring.
He was so fine. Oh my God. Or, be like, oh my God, I seen this man, babe. He was a big boy too. Like, like,
Right. Yes.
you
Or
better
that
be careful, because if you lose too much weight, he might get him one.
Right,
You
yes.
gotta have fun.
You gotta
with
have,
it.
yes.
Yeah, you
And
do.
my
I
personality
understand.
is a flirt, and sometimes I do honestly feel like I go too far with the flirty thing. Maybe sometime, and he'll check me if I do, because I come home. Even if I go out by myself, my husband is not social. I'm a very social person, so if I go out somewhere by
Yeah,
myself, I'm not saying I'm a dime or anything, but every time I go out, it's like men are always in my face trying to talk to me, flirting, want to buy me a drink or whatever the case may be.
They don't believe I exist.
And they don't believe my husband exists, because I'm never seen in public with my husband. So every time they see me, like, man, where your man at? What you doing outside by yourself? Like, ooh, how your man let you get outside like this by yourself? If you was my woman, you wouldn't be outside.
But I don't think it's anything wrong with that, because you had a life before you met him and he had a life before you met him.
Exactly.
So y'all still enjoying life. Y'all share life together, but you still have your own personal,
I think that is one of the
ventures.
biggest issues in marriage, is because people get married and they feel like when you get married, your whole life is just supposed to be
Yes,
marriage.
yes.
Yeah, because
When it's not.
like, say if I want to be like, oh shoot, and a couple weekends I'm going to a game down here and see the Falcons play, something like that, and she go, all right, just let me know where you can be, make sure you safe.
Right.
But a lot of other people, that's a big argument. They can
Yeah.
like, oh hell no,
That's
what
right.
the fuck going on?
And
You
that's
ain't
where
going
the
nowhere.
friendship comes in there
Yeah,
too.
that's
Or
where-
like,
that's where-
why you going out of town by yourself? Where you gonna be at? Who gonna be with you? Like, no, you have to be an individual
That's right.
in
I like
a
that. If I
marriage.
can
You have to
find
be
that in
your
marriage-
own individual person on top of being married, because if you don't, you get overwhelmed with everything as being married. Y'all need to be able to have space from each other. Like, he do his thing. He go golfing. He hang out with his friends. He go watch football. He do him.
It's good to hear y'all
and I
say that,
do
because a
me.
lot of people,
Because you don't have to get lost in marriage. You still have to find your own individual
And some
self.
days might not talk. I might not have a couple words with it out of 2 days ago. We got the kids, we got this going on. I'm doing this day. That's what it is. Like,
Yeah,
and you
some
just can't
days
let that
where-
be like, oh well, I gotta find me somebody else because that ain't enough. Like, it's gonna be like this. You want, especially if you building something trying to grow, that person ain't gonna be there all the time. Like, investment.
Yeah, some days, especially when I was working, I've been off for a while, but especially when I was working, like, we on opposite shifts. So it be days where we just seen each other pass by. Like,
Right.
did you sleep good, baby? Okay, I did. Okay, baby, you have a good day. All right. Do you need do I need to help you with something to get out the door for work? Or, okay, love you. Bye. That's all we get a chance to do some days.
right.
But that also helps the marriage, because when we with each other, we get a chance to enjoy each other much more. So it's yeah.
All right.
How about for you, Mimi? What's been your hardest part as you?
Yeah, because you over here doing the question, asking all that. Like, what are
What's
you
been your
looking
hardest
for?
part? What's been your hardest part so far?
My hardest part about trying to find a husband.
Yes. And like, what are you
Somebody
looking for in a husband?
that you think that you want to.
I think my hardest part is I've been in so many relationships, and in those relationships, it's like I played wifey, if that makes sense, which means I put in the years, I put in the time, cooking, cleaning, catering, doing all of that stuff, and marriage didn't come out of it. So now I'm at a point where I'm like, Well, I don't know. I think I'm over the marriage thing. Like, I want to be married, but I'm just like, if it don't happen, it just don't happen. But I'm not willing to invest years in a relationship anymore, trying to say, oh, me and him gonna get married one day. I just think too much time wasted. I'm one of those kind of people, I feel like time is something that you can't get back. I can get back certain things, but I can't get back time. And I don't want to waste any more years of my time trying to say, oh, he gonna be my husband. Or I'm going, no, if it is, it is. If it's not, it's not.
So do you think, like, you asked us a question, what is the time frame do you think there should be when you meet somebody, or how long should it be before they should move forward with that step? What is your time frame? Like, what do you think is a good time frame?
I'm willing to give a relationship 2 years to see where it goes before I decide, okay, this isn't going anywhere and we're not getting married, so I'm moving on. I don't have more than 2 years to invest in anybody. That's 2 years I can be living my best life.
Okay, so what happens if you meet this guy, dream guy, you guys are 2 years in and everything is going great, everything is fine, and then you bring marriage up and then he kind of like, curl up.
We're not.
What
are
you gonna do?
Page.
You're gonna Are you gonna cut that off?
Gone.
Or
I'm out
but
of here.
After 2 years, what if you're already in love?
First of all, I feel like this. Everything is about an understanding. From day one of meeting you, we have an understanding on what we want and what I'm looking for and what you're looking for. If I tell you that I'm looking for a husband, I want to be a wife. And you say, oh yeah, I'm looking for the same thing, this, and that. And I tell you, okay, look, I'm willing to give it 2 years for us to be friends, for us to grow, for us to figure out each other, whatever. If we're not married in 2 years, I'm walking away from this thing. And if he say, okay, then you knew what it was in the beginning. And I have that in my questions because I'm one of these kind of people. I've been through so much in life. I don't play with my emotions. I don't give other people control of my emotions. When you give other people control of your emotions, you allow them to do you however they see fit.
I agree.
And so I feel like in a 2-year relationship with you, yes, I allow you to know me, but I don't open up and put all of me into that. Because if I walk away in 2 years, I just want to be able to walk away untouched. I don't want to be broken, hurt, sad, none of that. Like,
so when you say you don't give people all of your emotion or give people the opportunity to control of all your emotion, are you saying that you going in with your walls up?
Yes. There are certain walls that I do keep up. I don't let down, just go in. I learned. I was I've been in 3 relationships. I've been engaged. And in those relationships, I went into those relationships open, like with my walls down. I'm just going to see what happens. I'm open to loving this person. I'm open to whatever. Now I am open to getting to know you. I am open to seeing where life, and like I said, God take us. And I'm not focusing on love or, I want to love him. I want to, what I'm saying? Of course, when you meet a person and stuff like that, from hanging around them, being around them a certain amount of time, you decide if they're a good person, if they're good people. So you can love the good in them. Oh, I love him. He's a good person. I love the godliness in him. I love how he get down as a man, all of that. But I ain't in love with you. I ain't turned that page yet. Like, we'll get there.
Okay. I can understand it because that's kind of what I did. So, it worked. But I say it's going to work every time. You got to, but it worked.
Yeah. Question. Do y'all think sex play a great role in marriage?
When you say a great wall,
great role.
It's a great wall.
What I mean by that is, do you think that being married, do you think that you and your husband would be able to still be married for 10 years if...
Married for 10, together for 13?
Yeah. Yes. But do you think that y'all would be able to be married for 10 years if you didn't... You wasn't sexually attracted to him, or he wasn't sexually attracted to you, or y'all didn't have sex? Like, it was more like, I love the man that he is, but you know, his sex game whack, and you know, do you think that plays a role? Because it plays a great role for me. So I just need to know if am I tripping? Because
I'll let you speak first.
Go ahead. You go.
I think it depends on the person in the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I think it depends on how, I'm gonna really say thirsty you are for sex, or I'm not gonna use the thirsty word, but you know, like it depends on how sexual you are. So
Right.
I do think it's very important to be sexually attractive to your significant other, because if you're not, like, you're gonna be bedroom like,
Yeah, it's gonna get.
so
you know,
You'll get weird.
if you
I
meet
think-
somebody,
It'll get boring.
yeah, it gets boring. And I feel like being in a relationship for a long time, a relationship, whether it's a marriage or a long-term relationship, you gotta know how to spice things up in the bedroom, okay?
Yeah.
Like, you can't just be in there missionary styling it 24/8, or
for 25
not saying
years.
there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm saying, like, you can't just be in there.
You gotta make them like, dang, okay, shit.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie.
That was new.
It happens
There you
like
go.
that. Okay, exactly. So
Oh, damn.
I'm trying to be discreet and stuff, but it's times, like recently times where, you know, after the things is done in the bedroom, then I be like, bae, where you learn that at? Or where you get
that's
that
right.
from?
So yes, sex is everything.
What,
Like,
what you been practicing that on? And he be like, I just learned it with you. So you know, I think I think it's important, you know, to keep it spicy in the bedroom. I think that is an important thing, because sex is just not a thing. It's like something that allows you to show the other person in a different kind of way what they mean to you. Like, it's a physical way to show love, passion, and
Yes.
you know, all that good stuff. But it's gonna wrap this one up. I'm pretty sure you probably got other questions, so maybe we can
That part 2.
have a part 2 to this, because this is good. I'm liking this. And so we'll see you guys next time in the same spot. Stay tuned
Please don't forget to subscribe, like,
subscribe,
comment.
and
We
share
gonna
with
be back.
somebody.
share.
You know you don't like us.
We'll be back.
Yes, we'll be back. We out.
Share.
Set the bar for you. This ain't no push to start, it's gonna be hard for you. So jump up in this ride and let's go all for it.